it's 2:00, so we'll start. Thank you for joining me. Thank you to everyone who is here with us. And thank you also to those who are joining us in consciousness. And also to those of you who are listening to the recording in the now moment. It's a blessing to have you here with us. So today, Yanni and I will be discussing questions that have arisen from our book study group on Joel Goldsmith's book, Practising the Presence. And the link for the book study group is in the description. Anyone's welcome to join our group. You don't actually have to have the book. And you don't have to know anything about Joel Goldsmith either. As we're going through the work, if you have any questions or comments about any of Joel Goldsmith's teachings, then please do send in the comments and we'll try to address them. So we'll structure this session by Yanni asking me a question that's been raised in the group. So far we've covered the introduction and chapters 1 and 2 of Practising the Presence, so the question relates to that. And then we'll open the floor to any of your questions or comments. So after about 10-15 minutes, we'll end with a short meditation. And then at the end of the meditation, I'll say thank you, and we'll leave in silence. Just to let you know that Yanni and I will also be following up with another YouTube live at the end of May, on the 28th of May at 2:00 UK time. And I will save the recordings on my YouTube channel. And also, I will be hosting lives myself on YouTube. And I'll be covering the compilation. The Heart of Mysticism by Joel Goldsmith. Hello, Crystal. Thank you for joining us. So every Saturday at 2:00 UK time, I'll be going through the Heart of Mysticism, which is, hi, thank you for joining us, which is a compilation of the Infinite Way letters that Joel Goldsmith wrote to his students. And if you're not able to join me at that particular time, 2:00 UK time, hello Gloria, and thank you very much for joining us. Then please feel free to send in any comments or questions that you'd like me to address in the live session. My name is Heather, and my email address is mysticalmeditation@yahoo.com. Okay, I think that covers everything. Yanni, would you like to ask me the first question? Okay, what does John mean by practicing the presence? Hello, Nadine. Thank you for joining us. A warm welcome. We're studying for those who've just joined, we're studying the initial chapters of Practising the Presence by Joel Goldsmith. If you've got any comments or questions that you'd like to ask, we'll try to address those here. If we don't have time to answer your questions, hi Nick, thank you for joining us. Then I will make, or Yanni or I will make a note of your questions, and we'll cover them again in our next session, which will be on Tuesday, the 28th of May, again at 2 p.m, this time UK time. So Yanni, in answer to your question then, what does Joel mean by practicing the presence? Well, in order to answer that, let's first consider what Joel means by the term presence. He uses the term presence synonymously with spirit or consciousness, God. And by that he means our inner self, our consciousness, our incorporeal self. Sometimes he liked to use the phrase, the infinite invisible, because for him that was perfect, because the mind can't conceptualize an infinite invisible. The mind can't comprehend that. So it's really that which appears to be looking out through our eyes and is in fact our real identity. So in order to become aware of our real self, there are a couple of ways there are many ways that you can do that. One might be, hi Harkim, thank you for joining us. One might be, if you're looking at your reflection in the mirror, becoming aware of that invisible part of yourself that appears to be looking out through your eyes at the reflection. And if you can be fully present doing that, you become aware that you are in actual fact that expansive, invisible self that is looking out at a mental image which is appearing as your reflection. So you are the witness, the observer of the mental image, and you come to appreciate that in actual fact your consciousness is all that's here. Your consciousness is the only thing that you're ever experiencing. The spiritual truth, the spiritual truth is only my consciousness am. That's all I'm ever experiencing. So another way that we can get in touch with our true identity is if we're in nature. Sometimes that can help to get in touch with that expansive part of ourselves, and it's easier to look out from that perspective when you're in nature. So that helps us to gain an awareness of what's really here, our true self. And as I've said, that's the only existence, that's the only life there is. And everything else that's appearing through our senses, through our 5 senses, is illusory. It's not the truth of what's really here. It's not the way it appears to be. It's a mental image. I like the phrase, the fibbing 5, which means the fibbing 5 senses, because they don't testify to the truth of what's really here. So going back to the mirror exercise, when you're aware of what it is that is appearing to be looking out through your eyes, and you're actually resting in the awareness of that expansive part of yourself, you appreciate that you're not the image that's being presented to you. And that's hugely liberating, hugely liberating. That's right. Yes, that's what we're constantly experiencing. Our beliefs, our pictures as mental images. So the practice then, practicing the presence, is day by day, hour by hour, resting in the awareness of, sometimes I like to think of it as the silent one, that silence that's there within us, the mind that we are, and perhaps listening or sensing the spiritual light that's radiating out through you. Just want to say hi to Mohammed, who's joined us. Thank you. So resting in the awareness of that spiritual light radiating out through you, and then letting that out picture as your reality. We have a comment that, Yanni, people can't hear you or see you very well. Perhaps you'd like to get closer to the mic? Yeah, that's better. Speak up a bit. Thank you, Crystal. So resting in our invisible self and then letting that reality out picture as our experience. And when you're resting in the peace that you are, in the mind that you are, then that outpictures as peace in your experience. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's a blessing. I think we've covered the question today. If anyone has any comments, you're welcome to ask us. We will be in our book study group covering, I think we're on to chapter 4 now in the book study group. And as I say, you don't need to actually have the book or know anything at all about Joel Goldsmith's teachings. If you're just interested in spiritual healing, spiritual truth, you're very welcome to join us. And the link for the book study group is in the description. Okay. Okay. Thank you.